Welcome to Alice Just Alice 55. You're listening to an AI-narrated audiobook version of my original story, The Unclaimed Werewolf, an Unbound Wolves novel, written by Alice N. Smith. Chapter 9, Where Lines Do Not Bend. The scouts returned just after midday. Arden heard them before he saw them. Familiar steps, controlled but not relaxed, the faint hitch in rhythm that meant they were still replaying something in their heads. He stayed where he was, finishing the task at hand, as if nothing of consequence had just crossed back into pack territory. He gave them time to settle. It didn't help. They stopped a few paces away, both of them standing straighter than necessary. Arden straightened and turned, his expression neutral. "Well?" he asked. The one with dark hair spoke first. His voice was steady, rehearsed. "We confirmed her location." Arden waited. "She holds the land alone," the other scout added. "Clear boundaries. Strong scent." "Temperament?" Arden asked. A pause, brief but telling. "She warned us off," the dark-haired scout said. "Didn't pursue." "That's it?" Arden asked. "She didn't need to," the second scout said, a note of irritation creeping in despite himself. "She wanted us to leave. We did." Arden studied them both, noting what they weren't saying. No mention of how she'd let them know she was coming. No admission of how quickly they'd complied. No acknowledgement of the animal at her side. "And her condition?" Arden asked. "Stable," the first scout said. "Controlled." "Unclaimed," Arden thought. He nodded once. "Good. You did what you were sent to do." Relief flickered across their faces before discipline smoothed it away. Arden dismissed them with a gesture and watched them leave, their movements looser now, the tension draining as they crossed deeper into familiar ground. They hadn't lied, but they had made it sound simple. Arden remained where he was, the open training yard stretching around him, packed earth worn smooth by repetition, boundary posts set where they had always been, voices carried from nearby structures, routine sounds layered over one another in practiced rhythm. Order lived here, not quietly, not naturally, but deliberately. He crossed to the edge of the yard and sat on a low stone bench, forearms resting on his knees. The stone still held warmth from the sun. The report would travel, it always did, not as it had been given, but as it was received. A lone female, unclaimed, territorial, each word shaved something away. Once a thing sounded manageable, it stopped being handled with care. Footsteps crossed the yard with purpose. Arden looked up as the messenger approached, no insignia, neutral scent, council-trained. "Beta Arden," the man said, voice formal and precise. "You are summoned." Arden rose slowly. "On whose authority?" "The council." "For what purpose?" "Questions regarding the unclaimed female." "My alpha authorized the scouting," Arden said. "The council has concerns." "The summons is for you," the messenger cut in. That was the insult. Arden straightened. "Then the summons is improperly issued." "You will attend," the messenger said. "No," Arden replied evenly. "If the council has business with my pack, they speak to my alpha." The silence stretched. Then another presence entered it. "Is there a problem?" The voice carried without effort. Arden felt it before he turned. The way the yard subtly adjusted as Alpha Brooks stepped into the space beside him. The messenger inclined his head, slower this time. "Alpha Brooks, the council has summoned your beta." Brooks regarded him calmly. "Then the council has misspoken." "This matter concerns my land," Brooks said. "My scouts, my authority." Arden stepped half a pace back without being told. It wasn't retreat. It was alignment. "If the council wishes to question my beta," Alpha Brooks continued, "they will question me as well." The messenger hesitated. "I will relay your position," he said finally. "You will relay," Brooks corrected, "that I am attending." a beat, and that any further attempt to bypass me will be remembered. The messenger inclined his head again, sharper now, and turned away. When he was gone, Brooks looked at Arden. "You should have come to me sooner," Alpha Brooks said. "Yes, Alpha," Arden replied. "You did right pushing back." Arden inclined his head. "You'll attend," Alpha Brooks said. "You'll stand with me." "Yes, Alpha. Let me do the talking." It wasn't a rebuke. It was a statement of fact. Brooks turned and walked away without waiting. The yard resumed its rhythm around him, as if nothing had interrupted it. Arden remained where he was a moment longer. He had done what he was meant to do, found what didn't fit, brought it to the one who could decide what it meant. That was the role. He fell in behind his Alpha, already quieting his thoughts, already preparing to listen.